Some mysteries are so strange they sound made up, but this one, it actually happened. Let me take you back to the summer of 1518 in Strasbourg, a city in the Holy Roman Empire, modern-day France. This wasn't just any summer. Famine had left the people starving. Disease loomed over every household, and the stress of life was suffocating. It was a powder keg waiting to explode. And it did, but in a way no one could have expected. One July morning, a woman named Frau Trophäa steps into the cobblestone streets. But she's not running errands or chatting with neighbors. She's dancing. Her movements are wild, uncoordinated, and constant. Hours pass, then an entire day. She doesn't stop. No music, no audience, just nonstop, trance-like dancing. And then it gets stranger. Within days, more people start dancing. By the end of the week, dozens are caught up in the frenzy. These aren't partygoers. They're people who can't seem to stop, as if their bodies are moving against their will. Reports say their feet bled, their bodies collapsed from exhaustion, and yet they kept going. By the end of the month, nearly 400 people were dancing uncontrollably in the streets of Strasbourg. Some died from heart attacks or strokes. This wasn't a festival, it was chaos. So what caused this bizarre event? The townsfolk had no idea. The local authorities, desperate for answers, turned to their doctors and priests. The first theory? That it was the wrath of Saint Vitus, the patron saint of dancers. Legend had it that Saint Vitus could curse people to dance uncontrollably as a punishment for their sins. To calm the curse, they came up with a surprising plan: encourage more dancing. The city hired musicians, cleared out halls, and even built a stage, hoping the dancers could exhaust themselves and snap out of it. But their plan backfired. More people joined in, and the situation spiraled out of control. Centuries later, researchers proposed a new idea. Maybe the dancers were poisoned, specifically by ergot, a fungus that grows on damp rye and can cause bizarre symptoms. Ergot contains compounds similar to LSD, which can lead to hallucinations, convulsions, and strange behaviors. It sounds plausible, right? But there's a problem. Ergot poisoning usually causes convulsions or paralysis, not organized rhythmic movements like dancing. Plus, the victims of ergot poisoning are usually incapacitated quickly. Yet these dancers kept going for days. The ergot theory doesn't quite fit. The most widely accepted explanation today is mass psychogenic illness, or MPI. Here's how it works. When a group of people experiences extreme stress, like famine, disease, and constant fear, it can manifest physically. But why dancing? The answer lies in the culture of the time. In the 16th century, many believed that Saint Vitus could curse people with uncontrollable dancing. This belief was so widespread that it created a kind of mental suggestion. When Frau Trophäa started dancing, others may have unconsciously followed, their minds and bodies overwhelmed by stress and fear. It was like a psychological domino. This is called the contagion effect. Once one person exhibits a strange behavior, others under similar stress might mimic it, without even realizing it. It's the same mechanism behind modern cases of mass psychogenic illness, like fainting episodes in schools or outbreaks of uncontrollable laughter. So, was the dancing plague caused by supernatural forces, poisoned bread, or just the human mind cracking under pressure? While mass psychogenic illness offers the most logical explanation, we'll never know for sure. What we do know is that the dancing plague remains one of history's most bizarre and unsettling events. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Stress and belief are powerful forces. They can shape our actions, our communities, and even our bodies in ways we don't fully understand. The dancing plague reminds us that even the strangest mysteries often have very human explanations.